Don't you know what you're starting? But you sure we got the clue how that this we go. Don't you know no more art? And as you look to the horizon, not a cloud, but then stormy weather's go too cold. Seems like it crept up out of nowhere, all around you is not what you foretold. You never see it coming. You see that my mind is too fast for eyes. You're done there, but the time is hit you, you're not surprised.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. This is Dspnews, the unreliable ones. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the newsroom and welcome to the Goutopia News Network, your unreliable source for Dspnews. I have a tagline today. Life comes at you fast. In gout. Gout is painful. For everybody. At least for everybody who has it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Snort Burnell, one of our favorites. Dspgaming. Life lessons, arthritis, and low contributions. Oh boy. Oh boy. Apparently Phil's in a bit of pain. The joints starting to ache. You know, his tendons and ligaments are getting a bit tender. It's horrible. It's horrible. Now, as you guys know, Phil has had his bouts with gout, and you know, he does what he has to do to cope with it. He has his cherry juice. He has his gouty tea. He doesn't eat red meat anymore, so he doesn't know what it's like to have a delicious, succulent steak. Oh. Makes my little puppy lips drool just thinking about it. Oh. Alright, excuse me. Let me bring that back. He's taken the steps to try to mitigate his flare-ups. Now, I would assume he's talking about some problem with his wrists, because, you know, as he's been playing on his PC a lot lately. As I said in the last broadcast, my theory is that he's trying to make himself seem a bit more attractive, as hard as that might be, to Twitch, and letting him getting back into the bounty system. And he wants to try to kind of get away from the console games and go to the PC games, thinking that he may get more leeway. Time will tell on that. So there's that there. Low contributions, well, you guys know what that's about. Should be funny to laugh at. And then life lessons. Ladies and gentlemen, what can Phil Burnell, DSP, Darkside Phil, really teach us? He can teach us a lot of things, to be honest. We have a man who has been a parasite probably his whole life. Everything he touches turns to shit. But he's had some breaks. He's had quite a few breaks. More breaks than some. And he's had some chances to continue to survive. And from those chances to survive, he could have made good on those things. He could have, these were opportunities for him to fix his face and do something better. He could have, but he didn't. He looked at it as, in a kind of twisted type of, view of the world. Okay, things were going bad, but I was pulled out from the brink. So that means I wasn't wrong. It's just bad things happen to me. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, but it's not my fault. And it's almost like it's something that was instilled into him that he's just continued to move with throughout his entire life. What could cause something like that, I couldn't tell you. But what I can say is, looking at the end result, looking at a man who gets harassed and who has harassed people in the past, who's threatened violence on people, who has taken advantage of everything and everybody he's ever been around, and then had the nerve to cry poor, to cry victim, to say he's been bullied, to say this, that, and the third, is a rather extravagant and yet insightful look into the mind of an individual who has no real sense of reality. Because when you can go through life day by day and say, it's not my fault, I didn't do anything wrong, it's these people, there's something wrong. It's when you can go through life and saying, my business was doing just fine by me making the same amount of money that I made last year or the year before, and then I took a dip. And when you can sit there and logically listen to that and think there's not something wrong, there's a problem. Every year that you work, or whatever you're doing that makes you money, if you are not progressively making more money each year, if you're not progressively evolving, growing, learning new things on a day-to-day basis, there's something wrong. But that's what encompasses DSP DarkSidePhil. He won't reach out to anybody. He has people he can reach out to. He won't reach out to his peers to learn new things, whether with his green screen, whether learning how to use his camera better, the thing with his mic, maybe just to how to be a better personality. He won't use any of those resources around him. He'll sit here and bitch and complain to these kids about all these problems that he has and please give him money. Yet, for those who have been around long enough, you see that the problems are getting progressively worse and he won't do anything. He tackles them the same way. In some ways, in 2018, if he had approached it like he did in 2017, showing a bit more emotion, and more importantly than that, drilling home, guys, I'm really in a bad spot. Please help me on Patreon. Please push the narrative and whatnot. Please take advantage of the tips goal and whatnot. If he had reached in deep, which really wasn't that deep, and implemented some of these things, he could have been in a better position today in the first 2 weeks of 2019. But he didn't. He didn't feel it was necessary. He put in all the work last year. You guys were around. You guys should have known that. So why do I need to repeat myself? Come in. I need the money. Give it to me. It was his own failure that came back to betray him. And rightfully so. The life lesson of Phil Burnell is something that even I can tell you is still a work in process. I'm sure that Theo, Tevin, Argent, I'm sure any Detractor would tell you that. In any case, it's not just... moving forward, especially in 2019, I don't want to always look at everything that he did wrong. I really want to start focusing on, I'm not sure how well I've done that up to this point, but I certainly want to focus on where he went wrong. And I think that's going to be a fun journey for all of us moving forward. And in that, I guess we can go ahead and segue into the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, this is DSP News, always late, never breaking, unreliable coverage that you can't count on. Oh yes, a GTG Network Productions. You guys all know the slogan. It's time to watch me work.
Warning, what you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Alright, sounds good to me.
Hardy Buck Cheered said, 8 years on YouTube and the internet in general, that's completely wrong. It's actually at this point over 10 years.
10 years making gameplay videos on YouTube. In mid-2016, I accidentally streamed myself masturbating.
But he says, have you learned any life lessons? Oh, I've learned tons. You know, so many things that have happened and changed in my life, in my experience and wisdom. You know, so many things. And I'm not going to go into a laundry list, but just a very few quick things. Number one, learn to walk in someone else's shoes. Be careful what you say on the internet. And, you know, always try to not talk out of your butt. Because early back in the day, when I started off on YouTube, I was a very opinionated guy. I was very stubborn. I was very obstinate. And I would basically say stuff like, oh, Minecraft's for kids. And, you know, you're an idiot if you play it and stuff like that. And, you know, it was just stupid shit that I would talk straight out of my butt. And really, it was really dumb. You know, very ignorant stuff. And what you gotta realize is that you have an audience that listens to that. And
sadly, you know, what happened was a lot of people got turned off to me over the years from the stupid shit that I would say and do. Oh my god, this shocks me. Without actually taking the time to do any research to figure out what I was saying was true or anything like that. They're not using conscious thought anymore. Like, what? Why are you so ignorant?
Well, he was on the right path for a little while. Good thing I didn't throw that comment out there.
I mean, seriously.
Well, comment is what I meant.
How gullible can you be? When will you stop being a sheep and realizing that it's advertisement? And understand that you're basically lining the pockets of that streamer or that content creator because they're just doing it for money. Some people are just sheep and you can't help it.
But the thing is the Detractors say the same thing about you, and you get mad. But you can say it about other people, and it's okay. Get the bah.
Never have an independent thought in their fucking head. These people are the definition of sheep, and that's their life. What a great contribution to the planet when all you do is believe what you're told constantly, and you never actually actively seek out any kind of truth. It's lame, but the problem is there's tons of people like that. You're seriously not going to get anywhere in life when you're just seriously ignoring facts in front of your face.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, yet again, we are here with Snort Burnell, Dspgaming, life lessons, arthritis, and low contributions. Oh boy.
You know, I mean, I don't know what else to say. You don't go through life being a cow chewing your cud. Don't go through life being a sheep being led by your fucking ears, or a parrot who just repeats what everyone else says. Have independent thought. Think for yourself. When you have something that maybe is evidence of something that's not common opinion in front of you, check it out and see if it's true. Because the bottom line is, a lot of the times you're going to find a lot of people have been being dishonest with you, and that's why things seem to be the way they are. I'm sorry.
And
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that right there in itself only applies to people who hate on Phil. If you've heard bad things about Phil and then you come to my stream, that situation applies only to him, not to the world in general, which is what it could have, what it should be applied to, sadly. You know what I mean? And that's one of the great things about this channel. You know what I'm saying? I'll get a fact wrong, and one of you guys will come in and be like, hey, GTG, this is what it was. Or, hey, GTG, you might have missed this part. And there you go. I don't think I've never chastised or anything out of any of you. I don't shadow ban. I don't do any of that silly shit and whatnot. And that's the type of community that you would think after 10 plus years he would have. Other detractors have it. So why can't the man, the myth, the legend, Phil Burnell, why can't he do it? Why does he have to be a sensitive little bitch about it? No one's perfect. No one's perfect. Oh well. Let's continue.
you know, now it's very different. Like, even when people tell me that something sucks, usually I still give it a chance, you know? Like, the whole Battle Royale fad, I never would have played a single Battle Royale game if I had listened to a lot of my viewers. They say, it sucks, don't do it. Don't play PUBG.
Whoa. You're really gonna throw your viewership under the bus for you not playing Battle Royals for as long as you did. When this was the same group of people who actually play Fortnite, the same group of people who actually play League of Legends, the same group of people who actually play Minecraft. Oh, now it's their fault, though, that you didn't play it. When it's funny, Phil, because I feel like, and I've said this before, Phil won't play certain games when they're white hot popular, as he likes to call it, because he doesn't want to look like, oh, I'm just jumping on the bandwagon. So he'll wait till a game is damn near died out. Not to say Minecraft has died out. It's just, you know, it doesn't hold as much interest unless you're creative. Phil's not creative, obviously. He'll jump on it now because, oh, I didn't know any better, or oh, I had a misconception about it, or now the new thing, oh, my fan base told me that it wasn't very good and that's why I didn't play it. This is what we're going with now. So how long until, not that I think that Fortnite's ever gonna, you know, lose in popularity, at least not anytime soon. When are you gonna start playing Fortnite, Phil? And then all of a sudden treating that shit like it's Blackout on Call of Duty. I know how to play this game, don't fuck with me. Oh, I love this game, guys. This shit is great. How long until that happens, Phil? Just saying.
Crap. Then I did. It ends up becoming one of my major projects for the last year, to the point where now I've played every major Battle Royale game and really enjoy games like
Project.
Black Ops 4, and it's become a staple part of my content. See, back in the day, I would have just said, oh, fuck it. It's all for dumbasses, and I never would have played it, you know? The other major thing I've learned is very simple. You know, you have a private life and a personal, you have a personal private life and a public life. And they do need to stay separate. You know, previously in my life, when I started this whole YouTube thing, I basically shared everything. I vlogged everything, and everything in my personal life was public. And it was like that for many, many years. Until finally in 2017, things basically finally came to a breaking point, and I realized I needed to change that. I needed to become a much more private person. If I was going to have a nice personal life outside of all the drama and nonsense of the internet, I needed to do it that way. And the thing was, you know, back in the day when I started on the internet, it wasn't like that. Because back then, I could share anything about my life with you guys, and it would all be fine. People would take it in a positive light. Wow, Phil did a walkthrough of his house. That's amazing that he would share that with us. This is really cool. Wow, Phil went on a convention or went on a vacation and he vlogged it. This is neat. This is awesome, and, you know, really nice of him to do that. Today, any of that stuff that I do, there's this crazy amount of toxic, mentally ill people.
By the way, I am real. Just for all the people who think I don't exist, I am real.
Who just do anything to hurt me and spin stuff into a negative shitball, basically.
No. That's not necessarily how it happened. I mean, like I said, I'm still researching it myself, but really what it comes down to, Phil, on why you get called out for the shit that you do is because it's the lead up. You always ask for something to do something else. You know what I mean? Like, for example, you were talking something about money issues before you and Panda went on that staycation where you went for, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. I can't remember what it was. I remember the SOK went over it. You were gone for like 3 or 4 days. You spent what? Between $1,400 and $1,800 on just the hotel for, you know, 3 or 4 days. And then, not to mention all the food and everything else that you ate. And the hotel was like 30 minutes away from the house. It was 30 minutes away from the house. So, and it was just like one of the individuals who said on the show, where how dare you cry poor, but then you're doing all this nonsense here. That's kind of screwed up. You know what I mean? And then that was, and really what that was, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys don't remember, this is after on KO Gaming, he had his, probably the most viewed video on that channel, which was the Homefront Revolution review and whatnot. The one that he likes to say went virally popular. Obviously, his definition of viral then is still off like it is now, but whatever. It had like 1 million hits. It was by far his largest, you know, probably the most viewed video on his channel. Instead of building off of that momentum, which is what you're supposed to do, instead of building off of that momentum, especially since, if I, and correct me if I'm wrong, I apologize, but KO Gaming was a partner channel with Machinima. At that time, it was a partner channel. So you knew he had certain perks and benefits and stuff that came off of that. He had momentum, he had a decent backing, and he didn't do anything with it. He decides to go on vacation for a couple days. Like, oh yeah, I've earned this. It's like a big bonus. You know what I'm saying? The boss decided to go ahead and give me a promotion. Got this bonus. Let's go on holiday for a couple days. And then he came back and everything dried up. Well, it didn't dry up, but it slowly started to dry up. I really think, and I say this to you with all the, I guess, media integrity that I have, is he really thought every video after that on that channel was going to hit just like that Homefront Revolution video did. And it didn't. It didn't. And that right there started to lead into why he eventually ended up abandoning the channel, in my own personal opinion. But everything you do, Phil, is a contradictory of something else. You can't say, hey guys, I'm in a real bad spot financially, I need this money. Then all of a sudden his girlfriend ends up moving from across the country into the house. It doesn't work that way. Hey guys, I really need you to support the videos. I need you to really support this, that, and the third. And all of a sudden you and Panda make some big ass purchase. It don't sound right. That's what makes people, in my personal opinion, deep dive into what you're saying and the overall story outside of that. Because no one believes you enough. And at the end of the day, they're usually right. You did that though. Nobody else. Dspnews.
You know, anything I share immediately becomes an attack, immediately becomes something fucking negative. I recently, you know, just talking with trolls, which sucks because I was hoping that a lot of these people who were talking with me were actually trying to help me. Offline, you know, has nothing to do with the streams. People were messaging me saying, oh, I would like to help you with your financial troubles, but can you keep me private? Yes, I can, and so let's just keep the whole thing private. Oh, see? Phil wants to hide donations from his fans so they don't know that he's getting donations. It's fucked up, stupid, brainless shit. But anything that happens to me that's, like, private immediately gets spun into something negative. Even if it doesn't even make any logical fucking sense to anyone with a brain, they still do it.
With this salt flavor, ugh.
So, the bottom line is, keeping stuff private, away from the limelight, is the best way to go about it. And, you know, my relationship with Kat has been so good, I think, because we've kept it out of the limelight. Our own personal life and the stuff we do together and the stuff we like to do, and we keep it out of the limelight. And that way, we can have it for ourselves and not have it ruined and corrupted and just toxified by these fucking really mentally ill people.
Actually, I'm pretty confused right now.
Alright? And it's a good thing. It is. It's a really good thing. So, that's what I would say. He says 8 years. In the over 10 years I've been a content creator for the internet, number one, learn to walk in someone else's shoes and learn to watch what you say, because when you say something stupid and you don't know what you're talking about, you can actually influence a bunch of people to have a negative opinion about something that maybe necessarily you shouldn't, especially if you're not informed. Listen, I know well from all the idiotic people out there who are content creators who've talked shit about me, who know nothing about me. They don't watch my content, they know nothing about me, yet they talk shit about me to jump on the fucking bandwagon. I know how you could be negatively affected by a misinformed idiot, alright? And I used to be a misinformed idiot. So, one thing I've learned is to not do that kind of stuff anymore, alright?
But you still do that stuff. You shit on Ninja all the time. How much do you really know about Ninja?
Separate private and personal.
How much do you really know about PewDiePie? And well, that right there might be a bit of a reach, because I'm sure he's watched quite a bit of PewDiePie, being that he says PewDiePie used to be a former fan of his. So take that for what you will.
Personal, private life from public life, they do need to be separated in order to just maintain some realm of sanity. Okay? And then we had JJBX22, who did a 50-bit cheer and says, "You banned me for 500 seconds because I exposed you for rage quitting against Jackal yesterday." No. I timed you out for 10 minutes because you've been spamming the fucking stream chat constantly since yesterday like a little child, a little petulant, spoiled brat child. You need to be devil. You gotta go back and be devil. You gotta fight devil.
Toxic. Toxic is the best way to describe Phil.
And even people in the stream chat today were like, "Oh my god, this guy is back and he's spamming this again. What the fuck is his problem?" So I timed you out appropriately for derailing and basically being a little shithead. What did you expect was going to happen? Like, seriously. There's a rule.
That's right. This is the United States of Phil. I am the supreme being. I make the rules, and what I say goes. This is not a place for you to stand on your soapbox and complain about censorship and freedom of speech, because the bottom line is you don't have freedom of speech. This is my land.
You cannot spam stream chat. You spam stream chat. You got timed out. You're lucky I didn't ban you. So, know your place, behave like everyone else, and you'll have a good time. If you act
know
like
your place and behave. Does an adult normally talk to other adults like this? Oh boy. Someone go ahead and get the diapers. Somebody find the baby powder. Someone get the pacifiers ready. Because apparently Phil's fan base are starting to throw temper tantrums. Jesus Christ.
Brat, you'll probably not have a good time. By the way, I don't even see the guy in the chat anymore, so more than likely he ended up getting banned before I even got to read his cheer.
And yes, Arthritis, my right hand is starting to get it. And I know as I get older, I'm going to get it worse and worse and worse in my right hand. Already, like, the natural resting spot of your hand should be like this, and mine doesn't. It's like,
sorry, ladies and gentlemen, there'll be no pig feet. There'll be no pig feet at the first annual GTG barbecue. I'm sorry. I can't risk passing gout to the rest of you. Sorry. So no pig feet. No pig feet.
And it's gonna keep going like this and this. And I felt like I feel shooting pain when I was doing Deltarune. I felt shooting pain up my finger here. And, you know, there's ways around. You can stretch your fingers regularly. I have a hand exerciser here. You know, you squeeze. There's things you could do to negate it. But when I'm playing on a keyboard like I was Deltarune, dude, my hand was killing me. My hand was absolutely killing me playing that game.
Thanks everyone for hanging out with me again tonight. Can you believe we've already been almost playing for 2 hours? I can't. It certainly doesn't feel like it to me. Like, time flies every time I play Minecraft. I feel like I just started. That's why I was looking. I was like, oh my god, like, it's almost 9 o'clock, and I'm looking, I'm like, wow.
You know, the contributions were real low.
Oh, time to clock out.
With Minecraft are way higher. That's why I was like, I don't know what's going on tonight. You know what it is? I hate to say it, guys, but it's the tips goal is a double-edged sword. So I had the tips goal earlier today. That urged people to tip me and help me out. They did, which was amazing. But then when I hit the tips goal, oh, that's it. Now it slows down. Oh, Phil hit the goal, so there's no reason to...
You know what it is, guys? You know, I'm tired of this. You guys are lazy. I think you guys aren't coming out. You guys aren't coming out. You aren't contributing. You're taking advantage of me. You're taking advantage of me. And you're taking advantage of my content That's what Dave is really wanting to say. That's kind of what he did say. He kind of sneak dissed them. You know what I mean? But the thing is, he doesn't want it to be like a couple years ago where he said that stupid shit, and then a bunch of people called him out. Review Tech USA is the one who stands out the most because Phil ain't sat there and made a pre-stream bitching about that. He doesn't want to come out and say that. He doesn't want to do it. When in actuality, like I said, kill this. Show the tip goal for the first stream. Scratch that, and then show that to the nighttime crew. Scratch it, and be like, all right, guys, this is what we're trying to do. $200, but if you guys can exceed the goal that the morning stream was able to do, then great. If not, as long as we can hit the 200, we'll be good to go. Won't do it because he's too scared, but he doesn't have a problem with sneak dissing them and telling them that they're lazy. DSP logic.
Anymore. It's like I told you guys, what I'm nervous about right now is I don't want the Tutankhamun effect to happen. And what I mean by that is during the summer, this guy Tutankhamun came to my streams and gave me a lot of support. Cheers, subs, tips, everything. Like tons of support. But what ended up happening was everyone else said, oh, well, Phil has enough support. He doesn't need it. And for 2 months, everyone else's contributions were way low. And it's like, it sucks because you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If I don't put a tips goal, then chances are that I probably won't have a lot of incentive for people to tip me. But if I do the tips goal, then when I hit it, it stops. So it's kind of like,
All right, well.
Okay, well, if you're not going to listen to my idea, raise the tip goal.
Being a complete fucking asshole who's been banned previously twice, trying to be nice. They insult me again, they get banned again.
I'm just going to ban.
Enjoy.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, give money to that individual there. Do that. Give money to him. That makes sense.
Dickless.
I can't be friends. What's the grossest thing someone tried to send me besides the cardboard penis? I told you someone sent me fucking gorilla feces.
Whoa, they sent you gorilla feces? Holy shit. Harambe. Oh my god. Alright, let's continue. Gorilla feces. Are you serious? Alright. Wow, that definitely doesn't sound like a laugh. How did you identify it as gorilla feces? How did you identify it as gorilla feces, though? Like, how does that work? You must watch a lot of National Geographic, Phil. You and Cat must watch a lot of National Geographic to identify that. Holy shit! Can you like identify what kind of gorilla it was? Can we do that? That might be asking for a little too much.
Oh my god! That's great! Oh my god! The weirdest thing I ever got was shit. I got shit in the mail. I actually got shit in the mail. I got actual feces through the fucking mail. Oh, man. Oh, it was good. They thought it was hilarious. Gorilla feces. Mr. Popovich here, and he says, use the saddle to ride a pig, craft a carrot on a stick to steer the pig. What the hell? I don't have any carrots. I never found any carrots. That's why I don't have a pet pig, because I never had a way to lure the pig to my pen.
And your tourist wants me to whistle Deadly Premonition. There you go. People are like, stop it! Stop it! Okay, I'll stop. Hey, you want a deadly premonition? I whistled it.
Do you know there's like a guy in our group right now who's like streaming this whole thing? He's sort of like semi-famous.
Oh, yeah, I think that's DspHilL. He was the guy that got caught for masturbating in front of children. Yeah, that's
in front of children.
He was caught masturbating. I think he's like 35 years old.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he was masturbating in front of children.
That's
on
right.
YouTube live stream. Hilarious. He's like he's a pervert or something. I think he's a
That's
pervert
right, I'm a
or
huge
something.
pervert, guys. That's all I do. I just masturbate constantly in front of children. You're absolutely right. That's what I'm known for.
You got exposed for doing that. That's
I got
like-
completely exposed. Absolutely.
Yeah, you did. You didn't even know the camera was
You
on.
know every inch of
Are you
every
the guy?
inch of my dick
Are
and
you
balls.
the guy?
Right? You know
Are you
every
the
inch of
guy?
my dick and balls.
It's the guy watching his Twitch.
Is that really him? Is he the
Yes.
one that got caught? Matt?
Yes.
Really? He was the guy that got caught masturbating in front of children. I think he's
I'm
like
literally
30.
watching his
That's
Twitch.
He's like in his
right
30s
now.
or something. He's in his 30s and he did that in front of children.
That's right. Yes.
But
On-
I've seen
on
so much.
purpose.
I'm a fan.
What?
I don't know what to say.
Of course. Of course, and I did it on purpose. That's why I'm still on Twitch and I'm still on YouTube and not banned, right?
Yeah, so you didn't get banned? You didn't get fired from any MCNs or anything, right?
No.
You didn't get fired from Machinima? No?
No. No, I didn't.
No? Oh, you didn't,
No.
you didn't get released? And what about Lavaria? Lavaria,
Oh
what did
my
they do?
god.
They dropped you.
No, they
cut
didn't.
you when they found out that video. And I really feel bad for Leanna because she seriously has mentally
my God.
problems.
Here we
And I
go.
feel bad for her.
That's a pretty good narrative, right? So, split with Machinima. He left Lavaria. It was he left. Well, sorry, it was a mutual break with Curse. Then it was the Detractor's fault that Curse dropped him. I don't know, man. His MCNs is kind of like his dating history. It's just tragic. Just so tragic.
I feel bad for her because Leanna is innocent and you're the one.
Here we go. What pasta do you prefer? I prefer a penne. Oh! Easy to eat. Oh! Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar. Phil's a racist. Phil's a scammer. DSP's a pedophile. DSP is a thief. DSP is a greedy fuck.
This guy's a bitch.
I have a micro penis.
Oh, I was trying to catch it before he gets on his head. Anyway. Alright, guys, there you go. It's a little bit shorter than usual. So, you know the rules. Well, sometimes, I should say. We'll try to throw another episode out later on in the day. If not, we'll see you the next day. But I will try to get another one thrown out today to try to make up for it. As for the Arthritis, poor piggy. Like I said, no pig feet at the first annual GTG Network Productions barbecue. Sorry, guys, can't do it. So you're gonna have to choose something else. Let's see. Life lessons. It sounds great in practice, but he only says it because he needs it to benefit himself and not look at the bigger picture. Because the world is bigger than Phil. Even his little nonsense online, it's not your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, the picture is so much bigger than that. But Phil can't see it. Or he doesn't want to see it. And people not contributing what reason do they have? To be honest with you. It's better to see you squirm and whatnot. They don't want... If I had to guess, it is a lot better to throw money at Phil randomly than to get him conditioned to believe he'll get X amount of money every day. Because when Phil does that and he doesn't get it, he starts crying, complaining, and starts bitching and sneak dissing and so on and so forth. Which he's going to sneak diss either which way. But this way, he doesn't get comfortable. So maybe the fan base is learning. Maybe they're not. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. And yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dspnews, always late, never breaking. Unreliable coverage that you can't count on. Oh yes, a GTG Network Productions. I am your host, /anchor, GTG, and I am signing off. Have a great day, guys. In the broadcast.